Hello, welcome back to a new video. Okay, so I've not ever done a video like this before, but what if videos are still apparently extremely popular. So here's my best shot and probably the easiest to do. What if Asta's arms stayed broken? Now, if you enjoy these type of videos, be sure to hit that like button as it obviously supports the channel. We're doing a giveaway in this video at 500 likes. So hit the like button, join Discord, tell me what other videos if you would enjoy this, and let's just jump straight into it. Okay, jumping straight into it. So since this is basically fan fiction, do not take this too seriously, but be sure to tell me in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with any of my major points. Okay, so we go back to the point where Asta broke his arms. The Black Bulls went out of their way to find Asta a cure, something, some way his arms could heal, even though the tissues in bone itself had shattered. Everything at this point goes relatively the same. We end up at the witch's forest, Vanessa thinking the witch queen can help, and she can, but instead of healing Asta, only to use him afterwards, the witch queen refuses. The Eye of the Midnight Sun attack, things still relatively go the same way. They save Fauna since Mars basically did all the work in that fight, and when Ladros appears, now we have a problem. Asta's arms are completely messed up. Now this is where the story changes. Ladros would then attack Asta the same way and almost kill Asta, and then we go into our first chat with the devil, Libe. Now originally Libe wanted to take over Asta's body, but Asta said no, my will is stronger, and instead Asta partially activated his black form. But now that Asta's arms are broken, Asta, instead of refusing Libe's offer, comes to a pact. Asta would sell both his arms to Libe, and now with his arms healed and having the true power of anti-magic, Asta would annihilate Ladros way faster than the 60 seconds of his power his body requires. Also, if you so far enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Alright, with Asta's arms now the true source of anti-magic, the Witch Queen can no longer control Asta with her own magic, so the events of what happened after never happened. Choosing to fight another day, the Witch Queen leaves and the squad return home. Moving forward, everything else would relatively happen the same way, with a few changes. Asta now has true anti-magic as powers. His arms also look like a devil, but nobody really cares, they just think it's a tattoo or transformation. Going into the volcano arc, Asta, having better control of his anti-magic, is simply able to completely amaze Captain Mereoleona and even beat Yuno in the race. Going into the elf arc, not much would change either. Yes, Asta is now much stronger than he was previously. Nothing really changes. The other characters are still much stronger, and Asta can only control his powers for now up to 2 minutes, up from the original 60 seconds. But this is nowhere near enough time. Licht would still obliterate Asta, and though maybe it would be much closer. Remember, this is before Asta trained his body during the 6 months time skip, so he can still barely keep up with people with high amounts of magic. Skipping a few, the Zagrod Devil fight would most likely be the biggest change. I believe this fight would have been much easier. Asta activating his true powers of anti-magic, he would be able to rip straight through Zagrod and completely overpower and destroy him. Going into the time skip, Asta will have 6 months to fully understand his powers and what anti-magic can do. But remember, without Noct's appearance, neither Asta nor Libe know anything about a devil ritual, so they can still not do devil union, though their minds are probably much more synced than they were in the original timeline. Post time skip, things would most likely play out the same way. Instead of 2 minutes, Asta would most likely at this point be able to control his powers of anti-magic for a solid 5 minutes. The fight with Dante breaks out. Asta is able to put much better fight and stall until Captain Yami appears. In this version, with Asta being much stronger, Ghosh would have never been injured. Things would end the same way. Asta would run out of time, but in time defeat Dante, but Xenon appears and Yami would still be captured. Now with the appearance of Vice Captain Noct and the Devil Ritual, things would go a little differently. I have no doubt Libe would still attempt to take over Asta's body, so that would not change, but after when they form their contract, they're going to be in much better sync since then before, because Asta has now had time to know and understand Libe's pain. After selling both his arms, their devil union would last much longer as they can both control the powers, and then everything else basically falls into line. And that is about it. Nothing too major of a change. Instead of one arm, Asta would sell both his arms and the arcs would fall into line. Now remember, in the original timeline, Asta sold his arm to Libe. So now that he sold both his arms, he would be much stronger. And going into the Zagreus fight, Asta's attacks on Zagreus would do much more damage since it's the true power of anti-magic. On the point of Black Divider, I think Asta would still have learned Black Divider, but without his Devil Union, Asta still can't change or modify his swords, so the Demon Dweller would be still less effective against Zagreus, because one of the major things I thought is, why would Asta not have used the Demon Dweller during the Zagreus fight? So that would probably be a little different. The Licht fight with Asta and Yuno would probably still run the exact same way. Licht is just so much stronger than Asta and Yuno at that point. And what I mentioned in this video that Asta would have more time to train his body. Yes, Asta's body was already in tip-top shape before time skip. There's no doubt that post-time skip, Asta's body is much stronger. So pre-time skip, he would still have issues catching up to everybody. I did decide to keep the part Libe transforms and tries to take over Asta's body still in the same timeline, because I didn't want too much things to change. The only major things that would change is just Asta would be a lot stronger. The fights pre-time skip would go a little easier. Post-time skip, the fights would be a lot easier, but still very hard. Though after 6 months of training and probably understanding Libe, things between them would be a little better, allowing their Devil Union to go much better than it originally did. Though I believe Asta would still wait 2 days to train after Noct leaves. He wouldn't go with Noct because remember, the big demon attacks the Clover Kingdom, and if Asta wasn't at the Clover Kingdom would literally be destroyed. So I believe Asta would still stay behind 2 days, and after that 2 days, I fully believe his Devil Union is going to probably be maxed out or very much near maxed out. He's going to be super strong. He's probably going to know what all of his swords do. 2 days after Devil Union is going to be an insane amount of time for Asta. But that's basically it. Not too many changes. Though I am interested to see what you guys would like to see, if anything else would change. Also, I do want to shout out the artist for today's thumbnail is Pratt. Be sure to go support Pratt over on Twitter. Pratt's art is honestly just amazing. I decided to use this Asta Sukuna fan art from Pratt because I feel like this works really well. I feel like Asta's body would look something similar to this, having sold both his arms. There is also a question that what if Asta sold more than just his arms? What if he continued to sell other parts of his body? What if he sold his back so Asta could have his wings? I feel like that would be super cool. I do still want to see Asta with wings. I feel like that's going to be super insane. Though honestly, that is basically it. This has been a very fun video. If you enjoyed this type of video and want more in the future, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. What would you have changed instead of the things I changed? Would the story be basically the same outcome? What major changes in your point of view? Tell me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to join Discord. We're doing a giveaway at 500 likes. Peace.